the ego ends and he is able to return to bask in his own glory as the self. This is due to the absence of phala vyapti. There is no result being accrued. When I say I know Stanton, there is a result. This body, this person, or if you are not there, I think of Stanton, immediately the image of Stanton comes into my mind. But when I think of self, no image comes. No idea is formed. No objectification is possible. And at that, when no more objectification is possible, the ego dies its own death. And this is called that when I think of self, when I think of infinity, there is no consecutive thought born in the mind. So this is phala vyapti. Phala vyapti is not happening. No rejection or acceptance of the self as one's own being is possible. When a Jivan Mukta is living in the world of plurality, from our standpoint, he never gets deluded by the plurality of names and forms. For him, all the thoughts are not different from him, as the waves do not create a sense of duality in the ocean. The names and forms of the waves differ, but their substratum is one. Similarly, the Jivan Mukta may see the names and forms, but their substratum as the pure existence is one and is me, myself, is known to him. Will the waters ever try to get rid of all the waves? No. Because from the point of view of water, there is no wave. Will the sun try to get rid of darkness? From the point of view of the sun, there is nothing called darkness. He can't even work it out what is darkness. If you take the standpoint of water, water cannot work out. Man, you say tides, you say waves, you say it can't work out. It's all that there is. So is the realized master. He sees everything as, he's seeing the plurality, but the experience is of the unity, and that unity is the self. And in this way, therefore, the Jivan Mukta, without any attempt of acceptance and rejection, plays on the stage of the world. He is described as Gunatita. Such a Jivan Mukta does not get conditioned by the knowledge of things, activity, delusion, etc. He neither shies away from nor seeks any activity. So, whatever comes, he will take part in it. He doesn't initiate anything, no projects. Very important, this Vedanta is that knowledge. Vedanta is nothing but the self. It is not some philosophy. Vedanta is the self itself. And it is that which accepts everything, rejects nothing. And so is being told here, a realized master rejects nothing, accepts everything. Even if you start creating a lifestyle where you start accepting everything and rejecting nothing, which means then you have got you are not taking initiative in anything. If you say, Swamiji, let's go here, okay, let's go. Another person say, he came yesterday, why he didn't come today? This type of thought will not come in that Jivan Mukta's mind. He is living every moment 100% entirely. So this is the vision that we have to live up to. And in this place and in this vision, there is no room for plurality, no room for depression, no room for seeking, no room for I am realized or I am not realized, no room for past, present, future, no room for waking, dream, deep sleep, no room for for anything or anyone. The following shloka now proceeds to describe the Videha Mukta state. Oh no, not this one. And that is Arthadarthe yatha vrittihi Arthadarthe yatha vrittihi Gantum chalati nantare Gantum chalati nantare Anadhara nirvikara Anadhara nirvikara Sadasha sonmani smruta Sadasha sonmani smruta. As there are modifications in the thoughts when they pass from object to object, such modifications are absent in the absence of the object. This state of thought is called anadhara and nirvikara. It is also known as the unmani state, unmani avastha. What it is, what's the time? I think we'll talk about it next week. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.